Follow-up. Andrea Gordon, the former National Commercial Bank NCB senior manager who was convicted for stealing millions of dollars from the bank, was sentenced to 7 years and 6 months in prison today. In handing down the sentence, the judge said she took into consideration the fact that Ms. Gordon pleaded guilty very early. Kirk Wright has the details.
Former NCB manager Andrea Gordon was on April 29 convicted of stealing over $30 million from the bank and had pleaded guilty to 13 counts of criminal activity. A month later, on Monday, May 31, she was sentenced to 7 years and 6 months for 3 of the counts. For another 3, she was sentenced to 2 years, 11 months, and finally 7 years, 6 months for the remaining 7. The judge, Lorna Shelley Williams, says Ms. Gordon should serve all her sentences at the same time, which means she will only spend 7 years and 6 months in prison. In deciding the sentences, the judge said she took into consideration sentencing guidelines enacted in 2018 as well as the case counts. However, she says central to the issue is that Ms. Gordon used the bank's code provided to her to access its internal account and remove millions of dollars. The judge says she considers that a serious breach of trust and that in sentencing Ms. Gordon, she took that into consideration. Her attorney, Vincent Leslie, begged the judge for a 50% discount in the length of her sentence, saying the pros, as outlined in Ms. Gordon's social inquiry report, far outweigh the cons. But Mr. Leslie was concerned after hearing the sentence handed down.
But I am disappointed that the judge used 20% to reduce her sentence instead of the 50%, which is prescribed by the Criminal Justice Act. So I'm really disappointed. The judge didn't give me a basis, or give the court a basis for departing from the 50%. Because as you're aware, it says that on the first opportunity, if the person pleads guilty, which he did.
But before the sentencing, the judge hinted that the cybercrime and proceeds of crime acts under which Ms. Gordon has been charged are not mentioned under the sentencing guidelines. The Asset Recovery Agency is now making plans to seize property owned by Ms. Gordon to help recover the $34 million for which she was convicted of stealing. The court has set July 9 to hear that application.